You've probably heard that AI success is all about better staff training or cataloging smarter prompts. But the truth is that the best AI tools follow the exact same playbook as consumer hit products. Crystal Light became a hit not because it was fancy, but because it solved a real, everyday, annoying problem. Your AI tools must do the same. My company helps enterprise teams deploy AI, tens of millions of dollars, helping several hundred brands. We've spent the last few years helping companies turn clunky workflows into secure, AI-powered workflows that teams actually use. And today, what we're gonna do is map those experiences onto a 4-part formula for creating hit products from Stacey Popham, a food innovation leader and VP of R&D at Conagra. She applies her 4-step formula to her time working on Crystal Light while at Kraft Foods. Crystal Light is a powdered drink mix that comes in little sachets that you rip open, pour into water, and stir to make a delicious drink. So what's the first part of Stacey's formula? Great products don't start with cool ideas. They start with real problems people face every day. AI adoption is the same.
Huge hit, right? 10 years, can't produce enough sticks, and then all of a sudden you see, people get used to things, maybe uninterested, the volume starts to slow down, so then we start looking again. Okay, what do they not like about the sticks?
Yeah.
Well, they don't like that they don't use a whole stick, or they want a stick and a half. They still want it portable, but they want it more customizable. Or maybe they don't like that the powder gets all over. So then all of a sudden again, you have like a dissatisfier, and then that invented liquid concentrates, like brands like Mio, and there's a lot on the market now where now still it's portable, it's a little bottle, it's concentrated liquid, so still meets, right? You gotta still meet the original need, portable, but now you go into the ability to customize much easier because you can just add a little bit or you can add a lot. So it's continuing to follow, like, what are consumers telling you they're unhappy about? Even more clever is if they don't tell you, but you watch them.
Yeah.
And you see them struggle.
Right.
A lot of companies do things called ethnographies where they go in consumers' homes and they watch them use the product. So that's really clever if they haven't even told you that they're missing it and you just see them struggle. Maybe they can't reseal a package, and then you get the idea for, resealable packaging, or maybe you see them struggling to make dinner and you get the idea for dinner starter kits.
It's the same in enterprise AI. You have to start with the need. You might want to launch a smart chatbot, but if no one's asking for it, that's just a guess. Instead, you have to look for the real pain points, the emails people avoid, the steps they repeat over and over, the reports they keep rewriting. Think of it like this: AI shouldn't be a magic trick. It should be a pain killer. Find the headache first, then give them the pill. In my book, Do More with Less, I dedicated 2 chapters on how to uncover the headaches AI can fix. You can grab a free summary of the book at domorewithless.now. You have a need, but can you satisfy it to a budget? And is it feasible?
Typically, you have an idea of what you're going to develop and what you think it can sell for. So typically, we do have an idea pretty early of this is how much money we have. Then as you start to iterate, there comes a point sometimes where you have to make a decision and you say, okay, I can't make this food taste the way I want to and deliver for this cost. So you have a couple options. You could say, we're going to stop this project, right? At the end of the day, they're buying the food, and if the food doesn't deliver, it's not worth it. So you could stop the project. The other option is you could say, I think this food is so good that I think people will pay more than we thought, right? So then maybe you're going back a little bit and you're saying, okay, I'm actually going to make this more premium, than I thought I would. And then other times you could say the other. You could say, this food is delicious, but I really think this is a good idea and it's going to be value. So this food is delicious, let's keep it delicious, but maybe we don't need the extra sprinkle on top of the breadcrumbs. Maybe we don't need the vanilla that's from Madagascar, right? And you really lean in on the good food at a value. So it's iterative, but you definitely should start with an idea or else it's just too broad.
Within your organization, you might dream of AI co-pilots for every team member, but if it's too costly or complex, it just won't happen. Instead, you can build small workflows and tools for specific pain points. You can take these tools that your team already has, like Excel, and plug them into AI to automate all kinds of work. For example, if you have a CSV file of customer complaints, you can run the AI over each customer complaint to prioritize or even create responses for each complaint. These small wins can save your team hours each week and are more feasible and affordable than AI co-pilots for every team member. So you have a need, you've built something feasible, we're all set, right? Not quite. Is it obvious?
How obvious is this new product? So how much money it's gonna cost to teach someone how to do a new behavior is like something you need to think about. So if it's something, system one, super obvious to do, or super, oh, that makes sense, you probably need less education and less marketing because it's really clear. But if it's something really breakthrough, like the example I had about liquid concentrates, no one ever heard of it. So that's going to take a lot more education. So I think really thinking about, okay, how much education does the consumer need for this product to be successful and for them to recognize what they need to do versus, oh, this is really obvious, like I'm familiar with this type of product. This is just another version of that, but it's either tastes better or it's the flavors I like or it's a little simpler, is going to drive how much education you need for the consumer.
ChatGPT might be amazing, but if people don't know when or why to use it, they will just keep continuing to do what they've always done. Think of it like this. Don't hand people a Swiss Army knife, give them a can opener. That way, they'll know right away exactly what it's for. When we're working with clients, we're working to make sure we're making it as obvious as possible. What applications are they already working in? How are they currently doing their work in these applications? If we can build it into the things that they're already doing, you're onto a winner. And the less obvious it is, the more we have to pay for it through training. So you have a need, you've built something feasible, and it's obvious. But does it deliver on its promise? Does it actually work?
And then of course quality, right? Delivering on what you say. It's the value, right? So you don't want to under-deliver, but you also don't want to over-deliver. Yeah, it's really hitting it right on so that consumers are getting exactly what they believe they should be getting.
You've probably had that experience where you've thrown your chatbot the same question and gotten a different response each time. In enterprise AI, you don't want a different answer each time. You just want that one best correct answer. That's how you meet expectations, trust, and quality with AI. One way to get there is through prompt engineering. I've documented how we do prompt engineering when we're building AI systems with that product focus in my book, Do More with Less. You can download a free summary at domorewithless.now. And that's the formula for creating a hit product. At the end of the day, enterprise AI adoption isn't about algorithms. It's about human behavior. Just like great products, great AI tools need to fit into people's lives. And if you're curious about what people's lives and AI will look like in the coming years, check out my last episode on OpenAI's 5 stages of AI. You can also follow me on LinkedIn or subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts if you want more unfiltered takes on how to really apply AI to your work. To wrap up, if your team isn't using AI, it's not a tech problem, it's a product design problem, and one you can solve by answering questions such as, is there a clear need? Can you build for it feasibly? Is it obvious to use? And does it work and scream quality? Let me know in the comments what questions you have about any of this if you want me to cover those in future episodes. Enterprise AI isn't a tool, It's a product. So let's build it like one.